Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union Limited (CWJ) mission is to enhance the well-being of our members through superior financial services delivered by an empowered and motivated team. CWJ was born from the dreams of the Jamaica Telephone Company (JTC) employees in 1961. The credit union was named the JTC Employees Cooperative Credit Union. Our journey began when we provided a safe, convenient place for members to save money and obtain loans at competitive interest rates. Several successful mergers have marked the history of the C&WJ, each providing significant benefits to the members. As a result of these mergers, C&WJ has an extensive bond serving the communities of Clarendon, Westmoreland, and St. Elizabeth, and workers from the telecommunications industry, Marine and Allied, Jamalco, NWC, ICD Group, and D&G Group.
And with the most recent merger with COK Cooperative Credit Union Limited, C&WJ has become the largest credit union in the Caribbean in terms of membership and asset base. We serve over 400,000 members through a strong network of 22 branches island-wide. While our mobile branch offers increased and convenient reach to members in the parishes where we do not have a physical branch, the credit union consistently reinvests in the development of its members and the communities it serves through scholarships, bursaries, support for secondary and tertiary education, financial literacy initiatives, and community outreach like our Hurricane Melissa Relief Program, Communicare, and Gift of Belonging. C&WJ Credit Union offers a comprehensive range of tailored financial solutions at competitive rates to meet the evolving needs of our members. Guided by innovation and an unwavering commitment to member service, the credit union has continually expanded its portfolio over the decades, delivering comprehensive savings, lending, and financial services that empower our members and enhance their financial well-being. Over the decades, the credit union has been guided by dedicated presidents whose leadership has shaped our growth and success. Today, that legacy continues under the leadership of President Mr. Austin Brown, who has served since 2021. Throughout our history, dedicated executive management have driven our success. Since 2022, that legacy has continued under Mrs. Joyce West Johnson, our first female Chief Executive Officer. Innovation has always defined our journey, from pioneering industry firsts and digital transformation to expanding opportunities through strategic partnerships, scholarships, and milestones that continue to shape our legacy. As C&WJ Credit Union marks 65 years of excellence, we reflect with pride and look ahead with confidence. Together, we will align, focus, grow. Because at C&WJ Cooperative Credit Union Limited, our members discover the benefits of belonging.
Life happens and fast, and who best to know this than our civil servants and sponsored company employees, as you are always being called on to give your all. When life happens, C&WJ has your back with an unsecured loan exclusively for civil servants and sponsored company employees. Borrow up to $5 million, a competitive interest rate with up to 60 months to repay. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. C&WJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Use the equity from your home to upgrade your life and unlock more. Renovations, education fees, debt consolidation, emergencies. Enjoy our low processing fee with up to 15 years to repay and 3 to 6 months postponement on payment. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. C&WJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
CWJ debit Mastercard. Nobody checking on me pocket. Nobody looking at me back. We don't need no cash when we leave the yard. Will be CWJ debit Mastercard. You need to walk with cash. Next thing you know, you gonna lose the stash. Switch now to a debit Mastercard. CWJ debit Mastercard. Nobody checking on me pocket. We don't need no cash when we leave the yard. Will be CWJ debit Mastercard.
Debit Mastercard from C&WJ. Discover the benefits of belonging. Honey, one day I want to own a house like this. I love it.
Then go into CWJ Credit Union. Their mortgage loan makes it so easy to go from rent to your own keys, and payments can be salary deducted. Own your own space with a mortgage loan with up to 95% financing, including NHD benefit with up to 40 years to repay, low processing fee, and competitive interest rate. Visit any CWJ branch, conditions apply, and discover the benefits of belonging.
Switching to solar energy has never been easier. Get lower electricity bills and enjoy energy independence while your property value increases. Yes, go solar with a CWJ secured or unsecured solar loan. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. Visit any of our branches and catch the raise. CWJ, discover the benefits of belonging.
Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union Limited (CWJ) mission is to enhance the well-being of our members through superior financial services delivered by an empowered and motivated team. CWJ was born from the dreams of the Jamaica Telephone Company (JTC) employees in 1961. The credit union was named the JTC Employees Cooperative Credit Union. Our journey began when we provided a safe, convenient place for members to save money and obtain loans at competitive interest rates. Several successful mergers have marked the history of the C&WJ, each providing significant benefits to the members. As a result of these mergers, C&WJ has an extensive bond serving the communities of Clarendon, Westmoreland, and St. Elizabeth, and workers from the telecommunications industry, Marine and Allied, Jamalco, NWC, ICD Group, and D&G Group.
And with the most recent merger with COK Cooperative Credit Union Limited, C&WJ has become the largest credit union in the Caribbean in terms of membership and asset base. We serve over 400,000 members through a strong network of 22 branches island-wide. While our mobile branch offers increased and convenient reach to members in the parishes where we do not have a physical branch, the credit union consistently reinvests in the development of its members and the communities it serves through scholarships, bursaries, support for secondary and tertiary education, financial literacy initiatives, and community outreach like our Hurricane Melissa Relief Program, Communicare, and Gift of Belonging. C&WJ Credit Union offers a comprehensive range of tailored financial solutions at competitive rates to meet the evolving needs of our members. Guided by innovation and an unwavering commitment to member service, the credit union has continually expanded its portfolio over the decades, delivering comprehensive savings, lending, and financial services that empower our members and enhance their financial well-being. Over the decades, the credit union has been guided by dedicated presidents whose leadership has shaped our growth and success. Today, that legacy continues under the leadership of President Mr. Austin Brown, who has served since 2021. Throughout our history, dedicated executive management have driven our success. Since 2022, that legacy has continued under Mrs. Joyce West Johnson, our first female Chief Executive Officer. Innovation has always defined our journey, from pioneering industry firsts and digital transformation to expanding opportunities through strategic partnerships, scholarships, and milestones that continue to shape our legacy. As C&WJ Credit Union marks 65 years of excellence, we reflect with pride and look ahead with confidence. Together, we will align, focus, grow. Because at C&WJ Cooperative Credit Union Limited, our members discover the benefits of belonging.
Life happens and fast, and who best to know this than our civil servants and sponsored company employees, as you are always being called on to give your all. When life happens, C&WJ has your back with an unsecured loan exclusively for civil servants and sponsored company employees. Borrow up to $5 million, a competitive interest rate with up to 60 months to repay. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. C&WJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Use the equity from your home to upgrade your life and unlock more. Renovations, education fees, debt consolidation, emergencies. Enjoy our low processing fee with up to 15 years to repay and 3 to 6 months postponement on payment. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. CWJ, discover the benefits of belonging.
CWJ debit Mastercard. No matter checking on my pocket, no matter looking at me back. He don't need no cash when me leave the yard with me CWJ debit Mastercard. No need to walk with cash. Next thing you know, you gonna lose the stash. Switch now to a debit Mastercard. Cashless. CWJ debit Mastercard. No matter checking on my pocket, me don't need no cash when me leave the yard with me CWJ debit Mastercard.
Debit Mastercard from CWJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Honey, one day I want to own a house like this. I love it.
Then go into CWJ Credit Union. Their mortgage loan makes it so easy to go from rent to your own keys, and payments can be salary deducted. Own your own space with a mortgage loan with up to 95% financing, including NHD benefit with up to 40 years to repay, low processing fee, and competitive interest rate. Visit any CWJ branch, conditions apply, and discover the benefits of belonging.
Switching to solar energy has never been easier. Get lower electricity bills and enjoy energy independence while your property value increases. Yes, go solar with a CWJ secured or unsecured solar loan. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. Visit any of our branches and catch the raise. CWJ, discover the benefits of belonging.
Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union Limited C&WJ mission is to enhance the well-being of our members through superior financial services delivered by an empowered and motivated team. C&WJ was born from the dreams of the Jamaica Telephone Company JTC employees in 1961. The credit union was named the JTC Employees Cooperative Credit Union. Our journey began when we provided a safe, convenient place for members to save money and obtain loans at competitive interest rates. Several successful mergers have marked the history of the C&WJ, each providing significant benefits to the members. As a result of these mergers, C&WJ has an extensive bond serving the communities of Clarendon, Westmoreland, and St. Elizabeth, and workers from the telecommunications industry, Marine and Allied, Jamalco, NWC, ICD Group, and D&G Group.
And with the most recent merger with COK Cooperative Credit Union Limited, C&WJ has become the largest credit union in the Caribbean in terms of membership and asset base. We serve over 400,000 members through a strong network of 22 branches island-wide. While our mobile branch offers increased and convenient reach to members in the parishes where we do not have a physical branch, the credit union consistently reinvests in the development of its members and the communities it serves through scholarships, bursaries, support for secondary and tertiary education, financial literacy initiatives, and community outreach like our Hurricane Melissa Relief Program, Communicare, and Gift of Belonging. C&WJ Credit Union offers a comprehensive range of tailored financial solutions at competitive rates to meet the evolving needs of our members. Guided by innovation and an unwavering commitment to member service, the credit union has continually expanded its portfolio over the decades, delivering comprehensive savings, lending, and financial services that empower our members and enhance their financial well-being. Over the decades, the credit union has been guided by dedicated presidents whose leadership has shaped our growth and success. Today, that legacy continues under the leadership of President Mr. Austin Brown, who has served since 2021. Throughout our history, dedicated executive management have driven our success. Since 2022, that legacy has continued under Mrs. Joyce West Johnson, our first female Chief Executive Officer. Innovation has always defined our journey, from pioneering industry firsts and digital transformation to expanding opportunities through strategic partnerships, scholarships, and milestones that continue to shape our legacy. As C&WJ Credit Union marks 65 years of excellence, we reflect with pride and look ahead with confidence. Together, we will align, focus, grow. Because at C&WJ Cooperative Credit Union Limited, our members discover the benefits of belonging.
Life happens and fast, and who best to know this than our civil servants and sponsored company employees, as you are always being called on to give your all. When life happens, CWJ has your back with an unsecured loan exclusively for civil servants and sponsored company employees. Borrow up to $5 million, a competitive interest rate with up to 60 months to repay. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. CWJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Use the equity from your home to upgrade your life and unlock more. Renovations, education fees, debt consolidation, emergencies. Enjoy our low processing fee with up to 15 years to repay and 3 to 6 months postponement on payment. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. CWJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
CWJ debit Mastercard. Nobody checking on me pocket. Nobody looking at me back. He don't need no cash when me leave the yard with me CWJ debit Mastercard. No need to walk with cash. Next thing you know you gonna lose the stash. Switch now to a debit Mastercard. Cashless. CWJ debit Mastercard. Nobody checking on me pocket. He don't need no cash when me leave the yard with me CWJ debit Mastercard.
Debit Mastercard from CWJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Honey, one day I want to own a house like this. I love it.
Then go into CWJ Credit Union. Their mortgage loan makes it so easy to go from rent to your own keys, and payments can be salary deducted. Own your own space with a mortgage loan with up to 95% financing, including NHD benefit with up to 40 years to repay, low processing fee, and competitive interest rate. Visit any CWJ branch, conditions apply, and discover the benefits of belonging.
Switching to solar energy has never been easier. Get lower electricity bills and enjoy energy independence while your property value increases. Yes! Go solar with a CWJ secured or unsecured solar loan. Promotion runs from now until November 30, 2026. Conditions apply. Visit any of our branches and catch the raise. CWJ. Discover the benefits of belonging.
It's kickoff time, and your C&W JCCU financial team is ready to take the field. Goalkeeper, savings accounts, protecting your future. Defenders, mortgage loan and C&WJ MasterCard, security and support. In midfield, online services and cash secured loan, keeping you ready. Upfront motor vehicle loan, solar loan, and unsecured loan, driving goals forward. And the Playmaker, home equity loan, unlocking opportunities. From kickoff to full-time, your financial lineup is ready because every goal counts. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union Limited C&WJ mission is to enhance the well-being of our members through superior financial services delivered by an empowered and motivated team. C&WJ was born from the dreams of the Jamaica Telephone Company JTC employees in 1961. The credit union was named the JTC Employees Cooperative Credit Union. Our journey began when we provided a safe, convenient place for members to save money and obtain loans at competitive interest rates. Several successful mergers have marked the history of the C&WJ, each providing significant benefits to the members. As a result of these mergers, C&WJ has an extensive bond serving the communities of Clarendon, Westmoreland, and St. Elizabeth, and workers from the telecommunications industry, Marine and Allied, Jamalco, NWC, ICD Group, and D&G Group.
And with the most recent merger with COK Cooperative Credit Union Limited, C&WJ has become the largest credit union in the Caribbean in terms of membership and asset base. We serve over 400,000 members through a strong network of 22 branches island-wide. While our mobile branch offers increased and convenient reach to members in the parishes where we do not have a physical branch, the credit union consistently reinvests in the development of its members and the communities it serves through scholarships, bursaries, support for secondary and tertiary education, financial literacy initiatives, and community outreach like our Hurricane Melissa Relief Program, Communicare, and Gift of Belonging. C&WJ Credit Union offers a comprehensive range of tailored financial solutions at competitive rates to meet the evolving needs of our members. Guided by innovation and an unwavering commitment to member service, the credit union has continually expanded its portfolio over the decades, delivering comprehensive savings, lending, and financial services that empower our members and enhance their financial well-being. Over the decades, the credit union has been guided by dedicated presidents whose leadership has shaped our growth.
Good morning.
Today, that legacy
Can you hear me?
under the leadership of President Mr. Austin Brown, who has
Okay, just to say we're going to be starting in a short while, so we just want you to just take a seat and we will advise as soon as we are ready in a few minutes. Thank you.
We're about to start soon, so I'm going to ask persons on the outside to please make your way inside. We are running a little late and would like to get you out of here as quickly as possible so you can make arrangement for the other activities coming up for those who love football. Testing, 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 microphone testing. Can you all hear me now? Yes, I may need it. Well, who? So you can change it as well?
Yes, I can. So don't is forward and this is something.
E. Microphone testing 1, 2, 3. Microphone testing 1, 2, 3. Can you all hear me now? Oops. Testing, testing. Testing. Mic check, mic check. It's okay. Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Microphone check. Okay. I'm going to ask those on the outside, I'm hearing an echo or something, to please make your way inside. We're about to start now. We are running a little late, and we want to get through the agenda as quickly and efficiently as possible. All right? Can you all hear me? Okay, very good. All right, so first of all, I want to apologize for the late start. We had some challenges with the persons responsible for setting up the arrangement for you to be comfortable so you could hear us. So I'm going to ask for your patience and your understanding for the delay that we have encountered. But this was in the interest of ensuring that everything is done properly for those who are online as well as those who are in the audience. Again, I'm going to ask for those who are outside to make their way inside. We're about to start. So, again, good morning, CNW family. Welcome to our 62nd AGM in this, our 65th year of service. We currently have 298 members in the audience, as well as 242 persons in person. Sorry, we have a total of 298 persons in attendance, 242 in person, and 56 online. I just got this information, so I just thank you for your understanding. It is now 10:25, and the meeting is now called to order. I will now invite the Secretary to read the notice of the convening of the meeting. The Secretary.
Good morning, everyone. Notice is hereby given that the 62nd Annual General Meeting of Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union Limited will be held as a hybrid meeting. The meeting will be held at the Port Royal Cruise Terminal in Port Royal and online on Saturday, July 11th, 2026, commencing at 10 a.m. In person, registration will commence at 9 a.m. The purpose of the AGM is to present the audited financial statements for 2025 and to conduct the usual business of the credit union. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will now take apologies for absence and lateness. Not hearing any. Yes. Mrs. Bethune Log Banton from QNet. Any other? Yes, Judy? Donna Pommel's Credit Committee member. Any other? All right, not hearing any further apologies. So again, welcome again to this, our 62nd Annual General Meeting. I would like to introduce to you the members of the board of CWJ Cooperative Credit Union. They are seated to my right and to my left, immediately below. And I'll start with our first Vice President, Mr. Bonnet Donaldson. Bonnet, if you could just. Thank you very much. Followed by Mr. Christopher Buckmaster, our second Vice President. Mr. Raymond Hernandez, our Treasurer. Ms. Paulette Kirkland, our Assistant Treasurer. Mr. Winston Green, our Secretary. Ms. Georgine Edwards Fullerton, our Assistant Secretary. Mr. Shawneel James. Director Delroy Foster. Director Patrice Gray. Director Hank Williams. Director Stanford Graham. And I am Austin Brown, Chairman and President, and I will be the person in charge of today's meeting. Oh, sorry. I am so sorry that I missed out on our former President Pete Smith. Pete, I think you should come and stand up right beside me here so that we can recognize you. My apologies, Pete Smith, someone who has served on this board, and his contribution is there for all to see, and I want to personally thank him for his dedication and commitment towards this movement. He was one of our former presidents and continued to contribute towards the advancement of this institution. I would also like to introduce the committee members, starting with Ms. Judith Carley, who is the chair of the Credit Committee. Mr. Sheldon Sharp, not sure if he's here. Mr. Harold Thompson. Ms. Carol Fisher. Mr. Richard Megoo. I think we got an apology from Ms. Pommels, Donna Pommels. She's also the member of the Credit Committee. I now go to the Supervisory Committee, and I will start with the chair, Mr. Michael Sutherland. Welcome, sir. Ms. Hortense Hilton. Welcome. Mr. Dale Fisher. Not seen Dale. Ms. Carlin Spencer. Welcome. Ms. Sharon Sweeney. Not in, probably maybe online. Ms. Shauna Anderson. She's online as well. And Mr. Enoch Allen. So Pacific is also online. I now introduce our CEO, Ms. Joyce West Johnson. Mrs. Joyce West Johnson. Thank you. Please allow me also to acknowledge the presence of specially invited guests and members, starting with Mr. Errol Gallimore, Registrar of the Department of Cooperative and Friendly Society. Thank you. Ms. Tanisha Facey and Ms. Vanessa Porter Allen, also of the DCFS. I think they're just walking through now. Mr. Nigel Chambers, Audit Partner for KPMG. Not in as yet. Our stenographer, Mr. Carl Bryan. That's right here. Former President of CNWJ, Mr. Condell Stevenson. Past CEO of CNWJ, Mr. Barrington White, maybe online. Mr. Herbert Duval, former General Manager of NWC Cooperative Credit Union. Welcome, sir. Mr. Fitzroy, General Manager of Stakul. Welcome, nice to have you, sir. Mr. Norris Gilbert, President of Jakul. And Ms. Vera Lindo and Ms. Juliet Sim, also of Jakul. Mr. Clive Medwinter, former president of COK Sodality. Dr. Michelle Russell, is she here? Maybe online. Chairman of COK Retirement Scheme. She is the chairman of the COK Retirement Scheme. We got an apology from Ms. Bethune Log-Banton, CEO of QNet. Ms. Dawny Banks of JCIA. Welcome, Dawn. Ms. Georgia Morrison of Kuna. Mistress Camille Campbell Drummond, CEO of Infinity Cooperative Credit Union. I understand she's online. And Mr. Javier Allen, CEO of First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union. I assume he's also online. Oh yes, he's right here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for taking the time to be here today. I know you could be somewhere else and could be preparing for other activities, and your presence here means a lot to us, and it is a demonstration of your support and conviction that this is the place to be and where you really see and experience the benefits of belonging. I would also like to take a few minutes to outline to you some of the areas that will be covered and how we will go through the rest of the activities today. And so I'm going to ask that you bear with me while I update you on some of the protocols that we'll be using today. Please note that we will allow a few minutes for questions at the end of each presentation. You will be invited when the questions can be taken. Otherwise, questions can be sent via WhatsApp, message number 876-415-6821. We'll try to respond during the AGM or as soon as possible afterwards. We also have our team standing by to answer any questions you may have in relation to issues with your personal account. You may visit the member services booth to deal with your queries, and it's outside here. You may also send your queries via email to info@cwjcu.com. Kindly note that in accordance with our obligation under the Data Protection Act, we will not use this forum to discuss any member's personal business. I now invite Director Hank Williams to offer a word of prayer. Thank you.
Let's stand for prayer. Almighty God, we come humbly before you this morning because in your presence there's fullness of joy. So we come with a heart of gratitude as we convene this, the 62nd annual general meeting of the CWJ Credit Union. We pray, Lord, that as we come, Lord, that you, Lord, will be in our midst. Lord, we stand humbly. Thank you, Lord, for your providence, for your guidance, and your blessings throughout the past 65 years. We acknowledge your hand in sustaining this organization, enabling us to serve our members with diligence and integrity. As we undertake the business of this meeting, we seek your wisdom and discernment. Guide our deliberation and inspire sound judgment, and guide us with a spirit of unity and respect for all. May every decision made today promote the continued growth, stability, and success of this very strong and resilient credit union. And as we continue to contribute to the well-being of our members, and by extension, Jamaica land we love. So Lord, we ask your blessings upon the board of directors, our committees, our management, our staff and volunteers, and all members. Strengthen our commitment to the principle of stewardship, accountability, transparency, and service. We dedicate these proceedings to you, and we pray that all that we do and conduct today will be in accordance with your will. So, Lord, we submit this meeting to you, and we say, Lord, have your way. And we all say, amen.
Thank you very much, Director Ang. It has always been our practice and will continue to be so to give thanks to God for all that we have achieved. We did not wake ourselves up this morning, and there are persons among us who are even grieving the loss of loved ones, and persons who attended the AGM last year who unfortunately are no longer with us. So every year and every day that we are alive, we give God thanks. I now ask for a moment of silence to pay tribute to our pioneers, past leaders, late members whose names can be found on page 97 of the annual report booklet, which also is posted on the credit union website. So I'm now going to ask for us to be still as we pause for 1 minute in recognition of those who have passed. Thank you very much. May their souls rest in peace. May I now have a motion to adopt the agenda, please? Moved by Candia Rim. Could I get a seconder, please? Seconded by Andrea Bumbe. All in favor? Any against? Any abstention? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. The Secretary, Mr. Winston Green, will take us through the correction of and approval of the minutes, and I now hand over to him to take you through this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. The minutes of the 61st Annual General Meeting can be found on pages 14 through to 26 of the annual report. May I have a motion for the minutes to be taken as read? Mr. Can you say your name, please? Mr. Rowe, seconded by Annette Montague. Thank you. All in favor? Any against? No against. Any abstention? None noted. The ayes have it. Are there any corrections to the minutes, starting with page 1, which is on page 14 in the report? Are there any corrections to page 2? Page 3? Page 4, that's page number 17, page 5, page 6, any corrections to page 7? Moving on to page 8, page 9, page 10, page 11, and final page. No corrections noted. May I now have a motion for the approval of the minutes? A show of hands and your name. Okay, can you please state your name? Sushana Shirley, seconded by? Seconded by? Someone to second the... Okay, okay, Candy Abrim. Thank you. All in favor? Any against? Any abstentions? Okay, the ayes of it. Thank you very much. Mr. President, over to you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Green. May I now have a motion for the following reports to be taken as read on block? Report of the Board of Directors, Management Report, Treasurers and Audit Report, Credit Committee Report, Supervisory Committee Report, League Delegates, and the Nominating Committee's report. May I have a motion, please? Moved by Ms. Faith McGee. Could I have a seconder? Could you say it? Could you repeat? Mr. Ryan Simons, seconded. All in favor? Any against? Any abstention? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. The report of the Board of Directors can be found on pages 34 to 41 of the annual report booklet. Please note that I will take all questions and comments at the end of the report. And I just crave your patience while I get myself together. AV team, could you bring up the director's report, please? Not seeing it on the screen yet. Please just bear with us while we get this sorted out. Oh yes, it's here now. Thank you very much. So good morning again, volunteers, members and colleagues within the movement, regulatory representatives and partners. It is my honor to present the credit union performance for the year ended December 31st, 2025. 2025 was a very defining year in the history of CWJ. Not only did we reach almost the milestone, because it was actually 65 years that we are celebrating this year, but we survived 6 decades of belonging that included a number of credit unions joining our large family that we now exist today. And my report will summarize those achievements that we have made since 1961 and 2025. And I hope that at the end of the report, you will appreciate the hard work, dedication, and commitment that went into this institution to make it the largest credit union in the Caribbean. In 2025, the credit union undertook a forward-looking strategy consisting of 5 strategic priorities, which include the core system integration of the former COK's membership into CWJ's core system, and this took place on September 1st, 2025. The integration has the benefit of improving operational efficiency and service delivery. Efforts to expand the product suite to include the pension plan acquired through the 2024 merger culminated with a general meeting of the members in May 2026. And this is just for your information to put it in context. And the credit union is still in the process of discussing with the regulators how we go forward with this pension plan. I just brought this in for the benefit of those members among us from the former COK. We unified our merged workforce to strengthen our culture and drive performance to support long-term goals. The credit union continued to prioritize and strengthen its risk management framework by utilizing technological innovation in a climate of growing and evolving risk. We expanded our corporate social outreach to assist members who were adversely impacted by Hurricane Melissa. Let me just... So I'll just give you a brief summary of the economic environment under which we operated in 2025. CWJ's business strategy was also shaped by Jamaica's economic performance and outlook. While the economy grew in the first 3 quarters of the year, the full year economy contracted by 0.5 to 1.5% because of the impact of Hurricane Melissa in the last quarter. Despite the economic contraction, year-over-year inflation declined to 4.5%, which is within the 4 to 6% target of the BOJ. The BOJ also reduced its policy rate to 5.75%, and the NIR increased by 12% to 6.2 billion, representing 33.6 weeks of goods and services imports. Jamaica also had major achievements internationally as the EU removed Jamaica from its list of high-risk third countries, and Standard & Poor's upgraded Jamaica's credit rating, signifying Jamaica's stable outlook. I'll just give you a brief overview of the movement on a whole. The number of credit unions in the movement declined from 24 to 23, and this came out of the merger with CNW and COK. And the movement experienced growth in assets of 16.4 billion in 2025 to a total of 212.7 billion. Loans increased in the movement by 10.2 billion to 147.5 billion. Saving increased by 4.7 billion to a total of 168.9 billion. And membership increased by 29,839 to 1,094,361 members. The movement saw a slight decline in its profitability by almost 1%, 99.99%. I'll now give you a quick summary of the performance of CWJ over the period. And I wanted to share also a quick fun fact, just to put in perspective what we have achieved over the last 65 years. When we started in 1961, we had a membership of 352 members in the then CWJ Credit Union. We had assets of roughly $15,000 at the time. And we also had savings in the region of 15,000 as well. Now, if you were to look at where we are today, you would have seen the exponential growth that we have achieved out of mergers and organic growth to where we are today. So, in 2025, our asset grew by 16.4 billion to 212.7 billion. Loans increased by 10.2 billion to 100. Sorry, my apologies. Let me read that again. You know, for some of us who know me, I don't like to read. But in the interest of time, I have to follow what was given to me to ensure that we get through this as quickly as possible. So let me repeat. Membership in CNWJ grew by 6,674 members to 412,705, and this represents 38% of the total membership in the movement. Our asset grew by 3.1 billion to 45 billion. And again, this is comparison to the asset that we started out in 61 of only $15,000. And so here we are in 2025 with an asset base of 45 billion. We have savings that grew by 2.6 billion to 35.6 billion. In 1961, we had savings of $15,000 as well. And again, you can work out the percentage of what this worked out to. The last time I was doing a quick check with one of our colleagues, I think the total we had in terms of growth of our asset was in the region of 292 million percentage compared to where we started out in 1961. So this gives you the scale and the magnitude of the growth that we have experienced in our 65-year history. The loan portfolio contracted by 844 million to 23.9 billion. And this was due to enhanced risk management in the underwriting process arising from the 2024 merger and in response to the uncertain economic outlook post-Hurricane Melissa. I just want to pause to let you take a chance to just see on the graph the performance that we have achieved since 2021. And again, this is a reflection of the work done by the brilliant and talented board management, which consists of some of the brightest persons I've worked with, and our stakeholder partners, and of course, our other support partners who help to manage our service delivery. So what you see here is testimony of an organization and an institution that is on a path of growth. And I want to thank you, our members, for your continued support and your trust in us to continue to have stewardship over your interest. Again, this slide is a continuation of our CWJ performance, and I just also want to highlight that the regulatory capital of CWJ increased by 274 million to 6.8 billion. We ended the year with an institutional capital ratio of 15.1%, which is above the credit union league's Pearl standard of 8%. And it also is a clear indication of the sound health of the credit union that you're a part of. The credit union ended the year with 341 million in surplus, a 32 million increase over the prior year. And that can be seen on the chart at the bottom left-hand corner, as you can see there. In the areas of regulatory compliance, the credit union remained compliant with the Department of Cooperative and Friendly Societies, the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League, the FSC. The legislative work on the BOJ Credit Union Bill designed to regulate credit union was also part of the activities that took place and is still in progress to this date. We are hoping that this obviously will be completed and will usher in a new area of oversight and regulation for the credit union. Just want to assure you that this credit union is working with our regulators to ensure that when the time comes, we will be certified fit and proper to continue under the new regime. I'll just give you a background of some of the things that we did in our corporate social responsibility obligations. In the face of the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa, our credit union responded to affected members by providing relief supplies, grants and loans, as well as loan moratorium for those who were impacted. The CWJ also partnered with JACUL to assist the movement We assist the movement in helping members who are living in parishes impacted by the hurricane by providing them with supplies, and a lot of this has been documented and shared on our website and also in the book that you can also look at in detail. And I want to thank the president of JACUL, who is here, for the support that they provided us throughout this period and across the entire credit union movement. I believe when we shared our performance at the recently concluded Caribbean Confederation of Credit Union, I think it underscored to the wider credit union movement in the region the magnitude of the support initiative that was mobilized by the League and the credit unions in support of our members, and was a clear demonstration that we are indeed a movement that is dedicated to the interests of our members and their welfare. So I want to thank all the volunteers and all the members of staff and the board who worked to provide relief supplies. And I know we have persons in the audience from some of those affected parishes, and I'm happy and glad to see you in participation. So I'm going to ask that you just extend a round of thanks to those members who came from St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, and also in St. James, who were from those affected parishes. I want to assure you that this credit union stands committed to help you to ensure that you are fully restored in as much as we can. Continuing in the areas of our education program, a total of 203 primary, secondary, and tertiary scholarships and bursaries, books, grants were offered to the tune of 6.62 million. And these were to children's and wards of members of staff during the year. The credit union continued its partnership with Webster Memorial Basic School, through which the credit union pledged support valued at 1.9 million. The Joyce West Johnson Special Education Scholarship is also available to teachers pursuing a bachelor's degree in special education. Providing educational assistance remains an integral program for credit union. And as such, the board has proposed allocating 10 million during this financial year. In the areas of our corporate governance, the board restructured after the 2025 AGM, and myself, Austin Brown, was reappointed president of the credit union. Governance oversight of the credit union performance was provided through monthly periodic meetings of the board and various committees. The board had a 97% meeting attendance rating. The board remained integral in the strategic planning of the credit union's long-term goals. And there has been ongoing training of directors and volunteers. I'm also proud to report to you that 100% of all the directors that you see sitting before you have been certified. They have their CBM, which is their Certified Board Member Certification, which is a partnership of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, the CCCU, and the International School of Greatness. And these members were formally trained, certifying that they are fit, not just in terms of the BOJ fit and proper, but in terms of their ability to serve you with the talents and the abilities that they possess to bring out the excellence that you deserve and require for an organization of this size. So I want to congratulate all the directors who attended these programs and got their full certification. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the only credit union in the movement where we have a board certification program where directors are given a formal certification that can go towards any academic pursuit that they may have at the institution. So again, I want to thank you and thank the board for supporting these initiatives, which goes as part of our ongoing process of ensuring that we present to you the best talent available to take the decisions that are so important to the future of this credit union. Right. The credit union received 6 awards from the movement. In particular, the Jamaica Cooperative Insurance Agency Top Achiever in Motor, Top Producer Category 3, and the Hector Dietrich Award for the highest volume of business. We're also runner-up for CDP Online Top Performing Credit Union, the Kuna Caribbean Insurance highest number of family indemnity plan, new business, and outstanding achievement for large credit unions. Again, I just ask if you just put a round of applause for the achievement here. The 2026 strategic priorities of the board was guided by the theme Align, Focus, and Grow. Our credit union prioritized all these under the acronym MBOLD, M-B-O-L-D. The MBOLD strategy begins with the credit union members, which is the M, as the credit union work towards deepening member engagement through tailored, relevant products, personalized service, and proactive financial guidance. The credit union also intends to strengthen its brand visibility and identity through impactful marketing, community outreach, and partnership. And that is the B. There will also be ongoing strengthening of our operations as we enhance our operational efficiency, internal controls, and service delivery through advancement of digital capabilities, process optimization, and reinforcement of our risk management framework. The credit union risk management remains an integral part of our lending operations to maximize risk to members. The risk management remains, an integral part of our lending operations to minimize risk to members' money and the loan portfolio. Through our robust credit risk management framework, our credit union will engage in the process of facilitating steady, responsible, and sustainable loan growth by providing loans relevant to members' needs. And this is the L in the MBOLD. We will accelerate digital modernization across all functions to deliver more convenient technology-enabled financial solutions. This includes upgrading our system, expanding digital channels, and deepening the culture of embracing innovation. The Board of Directors thank and take this opportunity to thank the Department of Corporate and Friendly Societies, the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League, and to our insurers, Kuna Caribbean, and the Jamaica Cooperative Insurance Agency, and other valued partners. We also wish to recognize our sponsor companies that remain integral to our operations throughout the year. Special thanks to Flow Jamaica, Jamalco, ICD Group, Crown Packaging Limited, Red Stripe, National Water Commission, Jamaica Urban Transport Company, as well as our other strategic partners for their continued support and confidence in the credit union over the year. This annual general meeting marks the conclusion of my fixed term tenure as president of the board of directors. It has been my privilege and an opportunity of a lifetime to serve you. I was heartened when I saw someone from my alma mater in the audience and some of my former co-workers still sitting here, which demonstrate the togetherness and the family culture that the credit union movement is all about. And I am very humbled to be part of this great unfolding. And that is the best word I can find. And words are beside me, because we have an organization right now which is the largest credit union in the Caribbean, and we are just getting started. I recall in a meeting with the Prime Minister when I was informing him of the size of our credit union, and his comment was that we're actually bigger than some banks, and certainly more than the population of quite a few countries in the Caribbean as well. And so it underscores the magnitude of the responsibility that this credit union carries for its members and the accountability that comes with leading and being a part of this organization. It is our desire to lead with humility, to listen to you, our members, and to ensure that whatever we do each day is in your best interest, and that at the end of our term, which will all come for all of us, we may proudly say that we have made our contribution towards this noble institution. So against that background, I'd also like to thank all of you for your valued contribution, your patience, and truly helping us to appreciate the meaning of belonging. To my board and colleagues and past presidents, I want to thank you for your counsel, for your commitment, and your integrity. Our deepest gratitude and appreciation is extended today to those members, along with myself, who will be stepping down at this AGM. And I want to identify them personally, starting with our Secretary, Mr. Winston Green. And our former past Assistant Treasurer, Mr. Delroy Foster. From the Supervisory Committee, I also want to acknowledge Ms. Hortense Hilton, Ms. Carlene Spencer, and Mr. Karen Kane. I also want to acknowledge Credit Committee member Ms. Donna Pommels, who I understand is unfortunately not here. Again, I want to thank you for your time and your expertise. These are the volunteers now that you have given in supporting the initiative and strategies of this credit union and helping us to achieve the remarkable performance that I just outlined. We could not have achieved this without the teamwork and the support of these committee members who tirelessly serve in and out of season and gave their best. I just want us to understand that these persons show up every time with their A game. And that is what you're seeing here when you have a team of members who are committed to the success of this institution. And I feel confident that we have a depth of talent, both at the level of the board and the committee and management, that will ensure that this new platform that we are building on will continue to scale and expand and create an impact that will extend far beyond our shores in Jamaica. I also want to thank our Chief Executive Officer, Mrs. Joyce West Johnson, and the entire management team. And the staff who supported her. And you will not appreciate fully the level of challenges and commitment that comes with the post that Ms. West Johnson carries. Because, as you know, as part of the movement, we also serve the wider movement in various other capacities. And it is important that we show up and add value in those areas. And so, again, any service that is rendered, not just within this credit union, but to the wider movement, is something worth acknowledging. And I thank you for your acknowledgement. With 65 extraordinary years behind us, I leave a credit union that is strong. I leave a union, as they would say, that the state of this union is good. It is well. It is poised for greatness. We have talents that I am confident will do better than what we have achieved today. But before I end, I want to single out, and I hope I will not be taken to task by doing this, but everyone who knows me knows that I'm a person who always aims for excellence. And please forgive me, I am not at my best today because the Sahara dust is affecting my sinus and it is giving me a little challenge. But forgive me if I may be struggling, but I am trying to get through this as best as I can. But I want to acknowledge first with management, Miss Sashana Shirley. I'm not sure if she's in the audience. Shasana, can you stand up so we can acknowledge you? She represents, in my view, the positive attributes of what commitment, innovation, and creativity represents for an organization. She represents this credit union and the movement at the BOJ in the areas of risk management, and her representation covers the wider financial sector. She has done a lot of work on the enterprise risk management, awareness and training, and it is our work that has made the board comfortable knowing that we have visibility of the risks that are emerging and those that are already with us, and that the measures and the initiatives that we have in place are keeping up with the challenges before us. And why I've singled her out is because I believe she represents, and I'm sure there are others like her, you know, the type of talent that we want to inculcate in this institution. An institution of this size requires that we show up with our A game. We are a large target. We'll be the target of many questions and criticisms and all type of things that may be thrown at us because of our size. But I am happy to say that, as we would say in the old-fashioned days, we are not big and so. If for those who understand what that is, we do have talent, and talent that are operating at world-class level. And speaking of world-class level, I also want to ask our first Vice President, Mr. Bonnet Donaldson, to stand. This gentleman, in a couple of weeks from now, will receive from the Global World Credit Union Organization the title of International Credit Union Development Educator. He is the only one in Jamaica recognized by the Global Credit Union Movement for this title. There are only two persons with this title in this credit union. One of them is speaking to you, and the other one I just introduced. And this underscores to you the fact that we do have a depth of talent in this credit union to take us to levels higher than where we are today. And we have others waiting to make their contribution. And so when I stand here proud, knowing that we have laid the foundation stones. What we have achieved today did not come about by our initiative today. There are members in the audience, you know, Mr. Fitzroy and all of these stalwarts, Condell Stevenson, Pete Smith, who have laid the foundation on which we stand today. And I believe when they look at the performance today, they will see that we have carried our responsibility well, and the result speaks for themselves. And so, in closing, I want to give God thanks, because everything that I have achieved, I owe it to my Creator. Because what would it profit me to gain all your applause and fail to receive the acknowledgement of my Creator? And so I thank you for your support and assure you that the credit union, present and future, are in good hands. And that concludes my director's report. Are there any questions? All right, hearing none. May I have a motion to accept the report of the Board of Directors, please? Moved by Paulette Howell. Could I get a seconder, please? Could you? Seconded by Annette Montague. All in favor? Any against? Any abstention? The ayes have it. Thank you very much indeed. And now we'll have a presentation from our CEO, Mrs. Joyce West Johnson. Well, I think I need to get some water. Who will take you through the management report. Thank you very much.
Good morning to the members of Community and Workers of Jamaica. I am looking at the room and I am just in awe. I am pleased. Just give yourselves a round of applause. Mr. Austin Brown, President of the Board of Directors, our distinguished members of the board, Mr. Errol Gallimore, Registrar of the Department of Cooperatives, and his team, Ms. Tanisha Facey and Ms. Vanessa Porto. To our President of the League, Mr. Norris Gilbert, newly minted President of the League. Mr. Nigel Chambers, our auditor, our partner from KPMG, and I believe accompanied by Ms. May Bantog. Okay. To our past presidents, I love to see you. Condell, welcome, sir. To our past CEOs, we have in the room some rich people. We have the richness from St. Elizabeth. We have the richness from NWC. And I'm thinking that we have some more richness online. Give them some round of applause as well. We have a number of esteemed guests in this room. And if I were to mention all of my esteemed guests today who are special to CWJ Credit Union, that would take the length of my presentation. And so I'm going to say, welcome to my esteemed guests. And the most important persons in this room, the members of Community and Workers of Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to welcome you to our 62nd anniversary. To our 62nd annual general meeting. The report may be found on pages 44 to 50 of your annual report booklet. And I will take all questions at the end of my report. This management report, ladies and gentlemen, it gives an account of a year which was unlike any other year in our recent memory. It was a year shaped by the Category 5 hurricane, Mistress Melissa? It was a year shaped by the post-merger institutional transformation. And the enduring strength of this credit union for 65 years, ladies and gentlemen, that put the members at the center of everything we do, were able to handle all that. 2025 was a year in which CWJ was tested in the most fundamental sense, and a year in which this institution demonstrated unmistakably that CWJ is built to last. So I will just take you through a number of the initiatives that CWJ looked at during 2025, some of the things that consumed us. One of our major initiatives for the year was the consolidation of our merger. And I can tell you, colleagues, running two credit unions side by side for 9 months, it tested our resilience. I see my staff shaking their heads. It tested our resilience. But I'll tell you one thing on the bright side. What it did confirm for us was the operational strength of your institution. The consolidation involved the system integration, the branch network rationalization, the staff integration, the member onboarding, and all of what comes with a merger. Behind every successful system conversion, you can imagine, there are months of planning, of testing, of training, of late nights, of weekend work, and extraordinary collaboration. But, colleagues, I am immensely proud. I am proud of how our employees embrace this transformation. Every department, the teams worked selflessly to ensure that the integration occurred with minimal disruption to our members. Their commitment, ladies and gentlemen, to this process exemplifies the very best of what CWJ is. And I'll ask you to please give them a round of applause. This thing is not liking me. Not it. Okay. So, as if our hands were not full enough with the merger consolidation and the system conversion in September, Mistress Melissa struck Jamaica. And she struck Jamaica with a ferocity that none of us has ever experienced in our lifetime. Of the 7 parishes that were most impacted by Melissa, CWJ operates in 5 of those 7 parishes. And what it meant for us is that Mistress Melissa, she struck my staff, she struck my members, and she struck my branches. And as I indicated, 5 out of the 7 parishes are where we operate. When we looked at the impact of that, the damage and the losses have been estimated now at close to $2 trillion. And that represented 56.7% of our annual GDP. That is what was unleashed on these 7 parishes, 5 of which CWJ had to endure. But there's a good side to it. And I am very proud to report today that even though our staff suffered themselves, the staff showed up. I recall one of our staff in particular from St. Elizabeth. She lost her entire roof and she had to move out of her home in a suitcase to a relative. But can I tell you, she was at work the first day after the hurricane. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the level of pride, the level of care, the level of attention that the team at Community and Workers bring with them. I will tell you further, the hurricane, the first day after the hurricane blew, my staff in those areas were at their branches. They were preparing to open for the following day because on our minds, our members are wet. Their children have no food. Their children were cold, and we have their money. And we moved mountains. And within the first week after the hurricane, 90% of CNWJ's branches were open. We showed our members that we cared. We showed up and we opened our branches. We gave them access. We distributed to them care packages. We gave cash grants. We gave moratorium on loans to those members who needed it. And we didn't give them a little finky 3 months. We gave up to a year moratorium to our members. We offered them special loan products that was geared at helping them to build back better, because that is what the credit union spirit is about. And so, as we stood, as CNWJ has always stood for 65 years firmly in the corner of our members and our staff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it means to discover the benefits of belonging. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025, as I indicated, was a rough one for CNWJ. And it required us to strategize. It required us to align. It required us to focus. And it required us to grow. Hence our theme. As this theme is the philosophy that guided every major decision we made throughout the year. We aligned our systems, we aligned our people, we aligned our strategy. Following the merger, our priority wasn't just never simply combining institutions. Our objective was creating a stronger credit union with one culture, one team, and one member experience. We focused on those initiatives that would deliver the greatest long-term value to our members. So rather than pursuing growth for growth's sake, we concentrated on streamlining our operational foundation. We improved our technology. We enhanced our risk management. We invested in our employees. And we expand the value proposition for every member. Because sustainable growth is only possible when it rests upon very strong foundations. That philosophy shaped every strategic decision we made, ladies and gentlemen, throughout 2025. In response to these realities, the board of directors and management established a focused strategic agenda, an agenda which was aimed at strengthening the credit union's resilience, enhancing our member value, and positioning our credit union for sustainable growth. Our focused strategic agenda covers improved member experience, technology and operational integration, risk management, talent integration and development, and of course, our corporate outreach. So, looking at the summary of our performance in 2025, I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, that your credit union, community and workers of Jamaica, is sound. Community and workers of Jamaica is strong. And your credit union is stable. Ladies and gentlemen, every dollar reflected in our financial statements, they represent the trust of our members, the trust that they place in this institution. That trust, colleagues, is one of our greatest assets. It is therefore especially gratifying to report to you that despite one of the most challenging operating environments in recent years, community and workers of Jamaica once again is delivering a strong financial performance. So at the end of 2025, we closed with assets of $45.1 billion. And that was an increase of $3.1 billion for 2025. Can I soak it in? Our members trust us with their money. And that is why savings in this institution can move by $3 billion in 1 year. We spoke about our members' trust. And when we look at the 5-year chart, it is indeed impressive. The 5-year charts continue to show that our members trust us in keeping their funds safe. And it is one of my first priority to my members is to ensure that their funds in this credit union are safe. While our savings portfolio grew over the year, our loan portfolio experienced a moderate contraction. Throughout 2025, though, we deliberately set about strengthening our credit risk management framework. And we focused on maintaining a healthy loan portfolio, which was capable of supporting not short-term gains, is capable of supporting our long-term growth. Responsible lending, colleagues, is about ensuring that every loan granted is sustainable for both the member and for the institution. And in line with this strengthening, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report that our loan quality improved significantly during 2025. So our delinquency ratio fell from 6.69% in 2024 after the merger down to 5.69% at the end of 2025. And I'm also happy to take Tales out of school because as we speak, this ratio continues to improve into 2026. Our membership numbers are strong. This year, 2025, we added 6,674 net new members. It tells us that Jamaica still believes in community and workers of Jamaica. They still love to come to the 22 branches and talk to the teller. They still love to come and bring some breadfruit for Miss Carice when they come. And the family affair at Community and Workers of Jamaica is something that you have my word that we are not about closing branches. We are about supporting our members wherever they are. If they are in the branch, if they are on their phone, if they are on their computer, and if they make something else in the sky, we're going to support them wherever they are. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report on our surplus this year. This year, in spite of all the challenges, we were able to report a 32.2 million increase in surplus over the previous year. And surplus is that thing that helps us to build capital. It is not, the credit union does not operate like the companies that go back to market when they want more capital. The credit union build our capital year by year through our business with our members. And so this year, the credit union earned a surplus of $341 million. And later on, you will see that the lion's share of this surplus is going towards capital, because capital is what allows CWJ to have that balance sheet that is strong. That balance sheet that is a fortress for our members when things go hard. When things were hard in Melissa, we were able to get some funds to help our members. We were able to help our staff. We were able to put the branches back together because we had a cushion. And that is why the fortress balance sheet that CWJ have is my pride and joy. And I will promise to you, members, that we will continue to defend and to support that fortress balance sheet that undergirds the savings that you have here. I'll now speak to the capital. I started before. So this year, as I indicated, of the 342 million, we were able to transfer to capital $242.9 million. And that brings us to a capital position of 15.1%. This is much better than what our regulators ask us to do. But we want to be very prudent because the last thing that is to happen at CWJ is for members to lose their savings. As we said before, your savings is our number one priority, and we protect it with everything we've got. So these numbers, as I started out in saying, they're on the balance sheet, but they reflect much more than that. What they demonstrate is the confidence that our members have in this organization. What these numbers demonstrate is the prudent stewardship of CWJ. What the numbers demonstrate is CWJ's resilience. And ladies and gentlemen, these numbers demonstrate that even during periods of uncertainty, sound governance and disciplined management can create a credit union that is built to last. So, having looked at our financial results, we will now turn our attention to our operational results. Our digital transformation strategy, colleagues, that lies at the heart of our future success. CWJ's success is anchored in our 5-year roadmap to digital transformation, with significant investment in our technology framework that supports a unified business process. And the strategy is a two-pronged approach, because on one side, we want to expand the digital services to our members. On the other side, we want digital transformation to support our back office and our efficiency. So the way that your funds are spent would be the most efficient once we're able to get that digital transformation going and to build efficiency into our processes. So we spoke about the integration of the computer systems, and that took place in September when we integrated our core banking platform. What this means is that our members now benefit from a single, unified banking platform. And what that does, it enables each and every one of our 413,000 members to walk into any one of our 22 branches. Right across Jamaica, there's access. There's an ATM network access that our entire members have access to. What it also means is that each and every one of our members can access a MasterCard. And our MasterCard is the real thing. Our MasterCard allows you to shop online. It allows you to shop overseas, pretty much whatever you expect from your card. Yes, you can clap for that. Our 413,000 members have access to that. Our online banking and our mobile app is available now to all our members. In this year, we signed up, we enrolled 8,600 new members onto this platform. And if you're in the audience today and you're not trying it out yet, I encourage you to do so. It is very easy. Once you get into that, any time of day, any time of night, whether you're in Jamaica or you're abroad, you have access and you can do your transactions. You can transfer funds from your account to third-party banks. You can do that right now. In terms of our loan application, yes, you can do that online. Membership application, yes, you can do that online. Bill payment facility. And the last item on my list here is the members' pension plan, which previously was not accessible to CNWJ members. And I'm happy to report that all our members can now apply to be a part of this pension plan. Wow. The best team ever is at CNWJ, and I am a proud part of that team. Team CNWJ, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, CNWJ's greatest asset was not on the financial statements that I just showed you, right? That asset cannot be measured in billions of dollars. Well, you know, my partner is here and I should ask him if they started doing that yet. It cannot be measured in billions of dollars. And you cannot get a ratio for it. But I will say to you today, ladies and gentlemen, that our people is our greatest asset. $305 men and women across 22 branches and the headquarters, from Kingston to the furthest corners of Jamaica, who show up every day with professionalism, with care, and with a genuine commitment to the members that they serve. To every member of the CNWJ team, I want you to know that what you did in 2025 was seen. I want you to know that what you did in 2025 was valued. I want you to know that none of that will be forgotten. And I am deeply, personally, very proud of each and every one of you. Thank you for all you do. Yes, we are looking ahead with confidence. We have gone 65 great years, and I believe the 65 to come are going to be even greater. We have a bright future, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll tell you why. This bold strategy is going to lead us and lead us so well, because we have the foundation on which this strategy is going to thrive. So first of all, I will say yes, our future is bright. Our best years are ahead of us. We have what it takes. We have scale, ladies and gentlemen, 45 billion in assets and growing. We have the people with the experience, with the expertise. We have a fortress balance sheet with strong capital adequacy positions. We have a governance through a strong and certified board of directors. And most importantly, colleagues, we have the confidence of more than 413,000 members who have chosen Community and Workers of Jamaica as their financial institution. And that, ladies and gentlemen, tells me that we have what it takes. I now move to appreciation. And ladies and gentlemen, my president spoke before, but it would be remiss of me not to speak to a stalwart of a man in the person of President Austin Brown. He is stepping down this year. On behalf of the board of directors, our volunteers, our management and staff, and I dare say the 413 members who we serve, that I say to our distinguished president, Mr. Austin Brown, thank you, and thank you on their behalf. Thank you for your service, your wisdom, your integrity, and I must say the deep love that you have shown for this institution. Community and Workers of Jamaica is a stronger, it's better, and it's more resilient for having you at its helm, sir. Sir, we wish you every blessing in the next chapter that follows. Thank you. To other retiring directors and volunteers, Director Winston Green, Director Delroy Foster, our committee members, Ms. Hortense Hilton, Ms. Carleen Spencer, Ms. Donna Pommels. Thank you. You have given so generously of your time and expertise in your service to this noble institution, and we can't thank you enough. On behalf of the board, the management, and the staff, I want to thank our members. Thank you for your trust, your loyalty, your patience. You are the reason we exist. And serving you, building this credit union for you, growing this credit union for you, and standing with you when times are hard is one of the greatest privileges of my professional life. Thank you. For 65 years, Community and Workers of Jamaica has demonstrated that cooperation is more than a business model, and that together we can achieve more than any one of us could achieve alone. As we look to the future, we do so with confidence. The future will undoubtedly present new opportunities for us. It will also present some challenges. But if the past 65 years have taught us anything, it is this: we remain aligned in purpose. We are focused on what matters most. And so there's no limit to what Community and Workers of Jamaica can become. I thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Mrs. Joyce West Johnson. Get another round of applause for our CEO, please. A gentleman who remained nameless said to me that she has a future in politics, you know. At this time, I am going to ask for a motion to accept the management report. Could you state your name, please? Annette Montague. Yes, could I get a seconder? Seconder. Sir, could you state your name? Henry? Kenrick. Dunstan. Kenrick Dunstan. Thank you very much. All in favor? Any abstention? Any against? Any abstention? The ayes have it. Thank you very much indeed. I know we are standing in the way of other activities for the afternoon, and I'm going to try and see if we can make up as much time as possible for the remaining activities on the program. I now invite our treasurer, Mr. Raymond Hernandez, to present the treasurer's report, which can be found on pages 66 to 71 of the annual report. The auditor's report and the financial statements are in a separate booklet, and you would have seen them handed out for those who have them or online. The financial statements are in a separate booklet on pages 5 to 86. And please put your hand together as a welcome our treasurer, Mr. Raymond Hernandez.
Good afternoon, members, fellow directors, and all our distinguished guests. Thank you for joining us today on what is supposed to be a very good day for England. So, hoping we can wrap this up and get out of here to watch the good team move forward, okay? All right, I'll begin my report by reading the letter of authorization from the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies, and that is located on page 4 of the financial statement booklet. It's dated July 3 and addressed to the Secretary, Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union. And it says, "Dear Sir, I herewith forward the financial statements of your society for the year ended December 31st, 2025. The annual general meeting must be convened in accordance with Regulations 19 and 21 of the Cooperative Societies Regulations 1950 and Regulations 25A to 25F of the Cooperative Societies Amendment Regulations 2021. At least 7 days notice shall be given before the meeting is held. A copy of your report, which you intend to present to the annual general meeting on the year's working of the society as set forth in Regulation 35B of the Cooperative Societies Regulations, should be forwarded to this office. Kindly advise the department of the date of the annual general meeting so that arrangements can be made for representations." And it is signed by Mrs. Vanessa Porter Allen on behalf of the registrar. We're now going to have the presentation of the auditor's report, which will be done by Mr. Nigel Chambers, partner at KPMG. Please make him welcome.
Good morning, members, directors, guests. Yes, please.
Because I want to watch England, I'm going to ask for a motion to accept the abridged version of the audited financial statement. Can I get someone to first, please? Not getting the name, sir? Fitzroy. And the seconder, please? Daniel? Thank you so much. Anyone against? Sorry, that's not what I should say?
No, man, that's fine.
Right? So we'll move forward now?
Yeah, man.
All right, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Fitz and Daniel. All right, so the financial statements are in this book. It has the man on it. I noticed there's a lady on the other one. And the auditor's report starts on page 5 of the booklet. And based on the resolution, I'll just read the opinions. There are two elements of the opinion. There's a report on the financial statements, that's on page 5. And then there's a required report on additional matters as required by the Cooperative Societies Act, and that is on page 8. So I'll just read the opinion section on the report on the audit of the financial statements. We have audited the financial statements of Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union Limited, or the cooperative, set out on pages 9 to 86, which comprise the statement of financial position as at December 31, 2025, the statements of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, changes in equity and cash flows for the year then ended, and notes comprising material accounting policies and other explanatory information. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of the cooperative as at December 31, 2025, and of its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with IFRS accounting standards as issued by the International Accounting Standards Board, which we call IFRS for IFRS accounting standards, and the Cooperative Societies Act. The rest of the report sets out the basis of the opinion, mentions that we audit in accordance with international standards on auditing, and our objectives are to provide reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements are free of material misstatements. It also talks about management's responsibility for the preparation of the financial statements. So I come to the second element of the report, which is the additional matters required by the Cooperative Societies Act. We have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge, and belief were necessary for the purposes of our audit. In our opinion, proper accounting records have been maintained so far as appears from our examination of those records, and the financial statements which are in agreement therewith give the information required by the Cooperative Societies Act in the manner so required. And the report is signed KPMG, July 3, 2026. Thank you. Have a great rest of the meeting. Back to you, Chair or Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. Chambers. I will now present the Treasurer's report. Please note that all questions and comments will be taken at the end of the report. Despite the catastrophic impact of Hurricane Melissa in late October 2025, combined with ongoing macroeconomic turbulence and geopolitical supply chain disruptions, your credit union successfully protected member capital and delivered strong financial results. In the midst of global and local uncertainties, our credit union maintained robust operational resilience by prioritizing balance sheet durability and strategic agility to take advantage of upcoming opportunities. Our response. During the year, the credit union operated in accordance with all regulatory frameworks set by the governing bodies, satisfying all our statutory and financial reporting obligations. We celebrated our first successful full operational year since our landmark merger, actively solidifying our position as a leader in the credit union movement. We continue to extract post-merger synergies, maximizing operational efficiencies, expanding member-facing services, and building a stronger competitive stance. In terms of regulatory compliance, we maintain structural agility with liquid reserves holding firm at 25.92% of members' total savings. That's a big deal, you know. You need to clap for that. I mean, when times are tough and like this, you need liquidity. And we have maintained ours at 25.92%. Very, very good. We concluded the year with a robust capital adequacy ratio of 15.1%. And Madam CEO went through that and what it means to have 15% when you're way above what is required by the statutory bodies. We allocated a total of $242.9 million in surplus reserves directly to our statutory reserves to systematically expand our protective net. Proposed a competitive dividend distribution rate of 5% on membership qualification shares. Let's talk a little bit about our performance. The credit union's total assets rose 7.42% to $45.01 billion at the end of 2025, and that is up from $41.9 billion in 2024. Savings grew by 7.74%, and that took us from $33.07 billion at the end of 2024 to $35.63 billion at the year-end 2025. If you were to look at the loan portfolio, it fell by $884 million or 3.4%, closing out the year at 23.96%. And I think Joyce went through telling you why that happened and why we have restructured our loan portfolio to make us more resilient and stronger going forward. The investment and liquid assets portfolio increased by $4.61 billion, moving from $12.73 billion to $17.34 billion at the end of December in 2025. The total performance of the credit union earned a net income of $341.27 million for the year that we are reviewing. And if we just put those in highlights, we spoke about the asset and how we moved from $41.9 billion to $45.012 billion, which is a 7.42% increase moving up 3.11 billion year over year. In terms of the net loans, fell 3.4% or 844 million. Capital went up 273 million or 4.19%, finishing the year at 6.799 billion. And savings, 7.74%, ending the year at 35.632 billion. Net surplus again, 341.27 million, up 32.26 million or 10.44%. We'll just show you the key areas over a 5-year period. You get an indication graphically as to how this credit union has grown in loans, savings, assets, and investment. And that's significant growth if you look at 2021 to where we are in 2025. In terms of the 5-year earnings distribution, you'll see that we're roughly around 64%, finishing 2025 at 66% in our operating expenses. Interest expenses up to 17%. We're normally around 15%. Our provision is 10%, down from 13% last year. And our surplus is 7, down in terms of percentage when you compare it to last year, but obviously up in terms of the amount. Capital adequacy, we continue to look very, very good in this regard. In 2025, we're 15%, again, which says we're down from last year, which was 16% in terms of the percentage, but in terms of the amount, we're significantly above what the standard requires, which is 8%. And I think that takes me to the end of the Treasurer's report. I'll take questions at this time. And I'll ask my CFO to stand close to me. Do we have any questions for the Treasurer regarding the Treasurer's report? Going once, going twice. Any questions for the Treasurer? No questions. That being the case, may I have a motion for the acceptance of the Treasurer's report, as well as the Auditor's report and financial statements? Say that again, please. Marva Gilmore. Someone second, please. Carice, thank you so much. All in favor? Any against? Any abstentions? Thank you. That is of it. The recommendation of the appropriation of the 2025 surplus and fixing of the maximum liability can be found on page 72 of the annual report. That's up for me now. Who's running? Let me just take this thing a little back. There you go. All right, so as you would have heard, Madam CEO referred to the surplus of 341.27 million and how it will be distributed. So I just want to share that with you. We had a brought forward balance of 53.988 million. So when you add the 341 to that, you have 395.258 million. And she spoke strongly about us transferring 242.9 million directly to the statutory reserves to strengthen our resilience, which means we have 152.35 million left for distribution, available for distribution. And you'll see on the screen how we have gone about that. You heard about the 5% dividend on member qualification shares, which resulted in 62.349 million. There's a transfer to the share transfer fund of $50 million, honorary of $20 million. Our scholarship fund has been strengthened by an additional $10 million. And after Melissa, you know, we have to put some funds into the disaster and outreach, social outreach fund. So that has also been strengthened by $10 million. And that would be the full distribution of the available surplus. Are there any questions relating to the appropriation of the surplus for 2025? Any questions? No? May I have a motion then to approve the appropriation of the surplus as just presented? Herbert, Duval, first, second. May I get a seconder, please? Gail. Gail Brown Ellington. All in favor? Any against? Any abstentions? Thank you so much. The ayes have it. May I now have a motion to approve the fixing of the maximum liability as presented? Who is moving the motion? I didn't hear your first name. Goffnell? That. Thank you so much. We have a seconder, please. Duflin Barnes. Judith Powell for the seconder. All in favor? Any against? Any abstention? Thank you so much. The ayes have it. I need to read this. Before I do that, let me just read this for you. In keeping it, Rule 77, it is proposed that the maximum liability for loans that the Board of Directors may borrow is to be set at 20 times the credit union's capital and reserve fund for and on behalf of the Board of Directors. I think I took the approval early, so let me just do that again now. Sorry, my apologies. So I think Duflin had moved the motion and Judith had second. So let's just go for the votes again. All in favor? Any against? Any abstentions? No, thank you. Thank you so much. There you have it. Sure.
Thank you very much indeed, Treasurer. We all know that you have a very tough job, and I guess the heat is getting to all of us. At this time, I'm going to invite the chair of the Credit Committee, Mrs. Judith Scully, to present the Credit Committee report.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, members. All protocol observed. I know the treasurer came up here and spoke about England, but we know that the best team is going to play later tonight, right? Please note that the Credit Committee report can be found on pages 74 to 77 of the annual report. So I'm just going to assume that you have all read it. Any questions at this time? If not, may I have a motion to adopt the Credit Committee report? Could you say that again? Nadine Wint, thank you. Do I have a second? Judith Powell, thank you. All in favor? Any against? Any abstentions? Thank you. The ayes have it. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you very much indeed, Mrs. Colley. At this time, I now invite the Chair of the Supervisory Committee, Mr. Michael Sutherland, to present the Supervisory Committee report. Please make him welcome.
Good afternoon, members. For those who are following in the booklet, the report of the Supervisory Committee can be found on pages 78 to 80 of the annual report. Are there any questions in relation to the Supervisory report, assuming that we have all read? There being no questions, may I have a motion to adopt the report? Moved by Mr. Ryan Simons. Seconded by? Sorry? Ms. Annette Montague. All in favor? Any against? The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Chairman Sutherland. The report of the League's delegate can be found on pages 82 to 85 of the annual report. Are there any questions? Hearing none, may I have a motion to adopt the League's delegates report, please? Could you state again your name for the record, sir? Donald Levy. Donald Levy. Seconded. Could I get a seconder, please? Donald Levy. Donald Levy. Could I get a seconder, please? Yes? Could you say your name again? Annette? I didn't get your surname. Oh, Annette Montague. Oh, thank you very much, Annette. Sorry. All in favor? Any against? Any abstention? The ayes have it. I now invite Director Shawneel James, Chairperson of the Nominating Committee, to present the Nomination Committee's report. This report can be found on pages 86 to 91 of the annual report. Please make him welcome.
Thank you. Afternoon, all. All right, so I have the pleasure of tabling the report of the Nominating Committee. As mentioned, it starts on page 86 of the annual report. The Nominating Committee was appointed by the Board of Directors at its meeting on January 29, 2026, in keeping with Article 13, Rule 71A. The committee comprised of Paulette Howell, Pauline Thompson, and myself, Shawneel James, the chairperson. I'll just pause as persons are requesting a copy of the book. All right. Just persons who need a copy, just keep your hands up. They'll come to you as soon as possible. Just to continue with my report or presentation, some key notes to note from the report. In keeping with our merger with COK Sodality on December 1st, 2024, the composition of the board of directors, the supervisory committee, and the credit committee was increased to accommodate nominations from the merged entity. At this, the 62nd AGM, the number of members to the committees, being the supervisory committee and the, well, let me give you the exact one. The number of directors to the board will revert to 11. The number of members to the credit committee will revert to 5, and the number of members to the supervisory committee will revert to 7. In addition, at our last AGM, there was a rule amendment changing the member terms for the credit committee from a 2-year term period to a 3-year term period. In giving effect to this, the slated members or candidates to the credit committee this period is going to actually have their years and term limits have changed, and it's displayed there in the booklet. The list of candidates to the board as well as the committees are all across page 86 to 91 of the booklet, and their term limits are there also. Finally, on behalf of the board, the nominating committee wished to express our gratitude to all volunteers in the last year, the year 2025, and a special welcome to the new volunteers who will be serving for the first time. Thank you very much, and now I'll invite any questions with regards to the report. I'll ask one more time, are there any questions? There being no questions, may I have a motion to adopt the report of the nominating committee? I have a hand here. Could you state your name, please? Sashana Shirley. Can I have a seconder, please? Udensi Gale? Eunice Gale, sorry. I still can't hear. Could you spell it for me, please? You got it? You help me?
Eunice Gale.
How are you? Nice. One. Just the first name. Could you repeat your first name? Spell the first name. E-U-D-I-C-E. E-U-D-I-C-E. Thank you very much, Gail. All in favor? Any against? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you very much. The ayes have it. Mr. Chair?
Thank you very much indeed, Director James. I'll now invite Ms. Tanisha Facey, representative from the Department of Cooperative and Friendly Societies, who will now conduct the elections. Please put your hand together as we welcome Ms. Tanisha Facey. Thank you.
Good afternoon, members, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, credit and supervisory committees, staff members, members of the credit union, specially invited guests, friends, Good afternoon. I'm happy to be with you today to share in this special annual general meeting and to also commend the credit union on the performance for 2025 on behalf of our registrar, Mr. Errol Anthony Gallimore. The nominating committee report is laid before you, and we will start with the election process for the board of directors, members of the board of directors. The nominees are Patrice Gray, Mrs. Patrice Gray, Dr. Hank Williams, and Mr. Fabian Christie. And if they are here, I'm just going to ask them to stand quickly so that the members can see you. And the recommendation is for 3 years each. Thank you. May I have a mover and a seconder to confirm their election, their nomination, and the subsequent election? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Carlise Spencer? Caroline? Arlene? Carlene? Stenographer? Carlene Spencer. Thank you. May I have a seconder? Carlene Barrett. Thank you. That's Carlene Spencer and Carlene Barrett. Arlene. I'm going to yield so I don't, All in favor? Any against? The ayes have it. So Patrice Gray, Hank Williams, and Fabian Christie are duly elected to serve for 3 years each on the board of directors. The nominees for the credit committee, and you would recall that some time ago you amended your rules for each member for a term to be 3 years instead of 2. The nominees are Judith Cawley and Mr. Harold Thompson for 3 years each, Sheldon Sharp for 2 years, Carol Fisher and Dr. Richard Magoo for 1 year each. May I have a mover and a seconder? Abigail Martin Marshall, Abigail Marshall. And a seconder? Marvelyn Gilmore. Marva Gilmore. All in favor? Any against? The ayes have it. Therefore, Judith Cawley, Harold Thompson, Sheldon Sharp, Carol Fisher, and Dr. Richard Magoo are duly elected to serve on the credit committee for the years ascribed as per the AGM booklet. The supervisory committee nominees are set out, and may I have a mover for the nominees being Michael Sutherland, Shorna Anderson, Sharon Sweeney, Dale Fisher, Enoch Allen, Patrick Tom Simpson, and Daniel Scott. May I have a mover? Kevron Gale. Kale. Kevron Kale. Kane. That's it. Kevron Kane. May I have a seconder? Judith Powell. All in favor? Any against? None. So the ayes above the nose, and the Michael Sutherland, Shorna Anderson, Sharon Sweeney, Dale Fisher, Enoch Allen, Patrick Simpson, and Daniel Scott are duly elected to serve on the supervisory committee for 1 year each. The delegates to the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League The retiring members, Austin Brown and Mrs. Joyce West Johnson. The nominees are President-elect and the Chief Executive Officer. May I have a mover and a seconder? Mr. Fitzroy and Carice Bennett. All in favor? Any against? No. So the President-elect, Chief Executive Officer are the persons duly elected to serve as delegates to the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League. The delegates nominees for the Jamaica Cooperative Insurance Agency, formerly NUCSIS, retired members Raymond Hernandez and Mrs. Joyce West Johnson. The nominees are the Treasurer-elect and the Chief Executive Officer. May I have a mover and a seconder? Gail Brown Ellington. May I have a seconder? Candia Brim, thank you. All in favor? Any against? So the duly elected delegates are the Treasurer-elect and the Chief Executive Officer. The delegates to QNet, the recommendations are the President-elect and the Chief Executive Officer. May I have a mover for the nominees? Candia Brim and a seconder? Annette Montague. Thank you. All in favor? Any against? The ayes have it. The President-elect and the Chief Executive Officer are duly elected to serve. I want to say congratulations to all the members who have been duly elected to represent this credit union at the different organizations and at the different levels. And I want to encourage and remind the members of the board, the supervisory and the credit committees that you must meet within 10 days of this annual general meeting to elect from amongst your peers the president of the board and any vice president, the secretary and any assistant secretary, the treasurer and any assistant treasurer, and also from the credit and supervisory committees, the chairman and the secretaries. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed, Ms. Facey, and I want to thank the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies for their support to us over the years in ensuring that we conduct these elections in a manner that fits and satisfies the regulatory requirements. At this time, I want to also acknowledge some members in the audience. Our former CEO, Mr. Barrington White. Barry, could you stand up so we can remember you, sir? Thank you very much. He has been one of the stalwarts who helped to lay the foundation on which we stand today. I also want to acknowledge the CEO of QMAX, Herbert Hall. Herbert, would you mind just let us see? Thank you very much indeed. Again, I want to thank all the newly elected members, and I'm just going to go through as they are listed here. Mistress Patrice Gray. Patrice, could you just stand again so we can all acknowledge you? Dr. Hank Williams. Mr. Fabian Christie, our newly elected board member. Mrs. Judith Cawley. Sorry, I'm Mrs. Judith Cawley. Mr. Harold Thompson. Mr. Sheldon Sharp. Ms. Carol Fisher. And Dr. Richard Megoo. From the Supervisory Committee, Mr. Michael Sutherland. Ms. Shauna Anderson. Ms. Sharon Sweeney. Mr. Dale Fisher, Mr. Enoch Allen, Mr. Patrick Simpson, Mr. Daniel Scott. Again, I personally want to thank you for making yourself available. During these times, voluntary service can come at a serious personal challenge and cost. But I want to say, as your outgoing president, that I salute you for putting forward your talent, your time, your commitment in advancing the interests of this great credit union movement. And I look forward to hearing the results next year this time on the great achievement that we would have achieved from your collective wisdom and contribution. We are coming to the close of the meeting, and it's now time to ask if there are any other business that anyone may have that we may want to bring up at this time. Oh, yes, could you just come to the mic? You could state. Again, just state your name for the records and
Good afternoon, everyone.
good afternoon again, sir.
My name is Levy, Donald Levy.
Donald Levy, yes.
There was an item on the news recently where I think some banking act was passed where the credit union will now be able to transfer funds to other banking institutions more readily.
Or you're referring to?
I'm not sure if you can probably say something and the impact it may have on the credit union. Thank you.
Yes. I assume you're talking about the RTJS.
Yes.
So we're going to have the CEO speak to that quickly, and then we'll move on. Thank you very much for that question. It's a very important matter, and that was very dear to our CEO.
Thank you for that question. Yes, that is something that the Credit Union League, and we have Vera here, we have the president of the league, they went to the governor of the Bank of Jamaica, and they were the ones who advocated for credit unions to get this. Give them a round of applause, please. So yes, what it will do for us is that it will make it that much easier for our members to be able to conduct RTGS transactions online. And it will make it cheaper also. So there is an application process, and of course your credit union have already started that process. So as soon as it goes through the Bank of Jamaica and gets approval, that will be rolled out to our members. Very good question.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the question. Now, oh, there's another question? Yes. Please come to the mic and state your name, please. Thank you. Oh, we're not hearing. Could you speak in the microphone?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoone. Gail Brown Ellington. Gail Brown Ellington, yes.
And the Gail is spelled G-A-Y-N-E.
G-A-Y-N-E, okay.
A question for Mrs. Westmountain. As it relates to the card, the MasterCard, why is it that when the card is used as a kosher machine, it quotes US dollar figure for the transaction fee?
Just a minute.
Are you hearing? Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for that question. I'm going to ask either my IT or my COO to come and address this matter for us.
Go try it now. Yes. All right. Speak in this one.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
As it relates to that question, social does quote an amount in US dollar. However, what happens with your credit union, you have two accounts that your card is linked to. One where you pay no fee because you have been paying a monthly fee on that card. And another where the credit union would have quoted you a fixed charge. We'll quote it right now, I'm not sure exactly what it is. So that US quoting that Scotia would have done would not impact you at all. That's just how Scotia quotes their fee, but your credit union already has a fee structure that amount does not impact. So whatever it is that is charged, it would have been fixed to your credit union charge. And again, one account, there are no charges when you use it, and another account, which is the golden anchor, there's a fee of about $80 or $40, I think it's $40. But that does not have nothing to do with the US quoting that Scotia has.
Thank you very much. All right. If there are no other questions. Sorry? Tracy? Tracy Henry Williams. Tracy Henry Williams. Okay. Yes, sir. Could you state your name?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes.
All protocol observed. My name is Ernie Griffiths.
Could you repeat it again? Could you go for the stand up? Could you go slow? Repeat your name again, please.
My name is Ernie Griffiths.
Ernie Griffiths. Okay.
Member from Sablama.
Sablama. Welcome, sir.
I have an issue from a while ago. I'm coming over from NWC Credit Union. Nice merger. I must congratulate you folks and all of that. But I have a problem here. The problem is I've been calling Kingston for a period of time concerning an ATM machine in Savannah that the credit union have. It's just not being fixed, and I need it. It's right in the middle of the town. It's very central, and it's not being fixed. So I take it up here. Somebody might take it up to get it done.
And again, I think we have the people in the room to answer that question. Joyce?
Okay, thank you for that question. And certainly, yes, certainly we want to ensure that you have as much access as possible. And so right now we have a project that is ongoing that is going around the island to renew and to change out those ATMs. So very shortly, a crew will be coming into Westmoreland, and that problem, sir, is going to be a thing of the past.
Okay, yeah. So I understand there's an online question. Let me see if. Could you repeat it? Christina. Yes, there's a question online from Christina Carter Johnson. Christina, can you go ahead with that question and hopefully we can relate?
Of course. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. I greet everyone. Congratulations on this impressive growth as well.
Thank you.
And I just want to say a few questions. And I'm a long time, way back from COK Days member. I presently reside in Canada, but I love my country and I come there every year. So my question is this. How can it be more accessible for those of us who reside overseas if we're having issue like recently my account was blocked due to my fault of trying to sign in and forget my password. And it took a little while, but I must commend Miss Lorraine Reed at the Mandeville branch. She's always very helpful. But how can it be more accessible to get those help? My second question is, I am going to quote Madam Joyce Johnson, as she stated that we support our members wherever they are. Madam, I'm challenging you to that now. I own, I own a house in Clarendon. I'm from Mayfair, and I own a house here in Clarendon. It needs repair, but Melissa make it much worse. I cannot afford to at one time to what should I say, to repair it. How can I get access to a loan even though I reside in Canada? My body is here, but my heart is with my country, Jamaica, and my people. How can I access a loan to repair that house? So when I came to Jamaica last year, I had to pay $200,000 to stay at an Airbnb when I have a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house in Maypen in Clarendon. How can I access a loan to repair my house, Madam Johnson? I challenge you to that.
Thank you very much for the question. CEO is waiting to respond.
Good afternoon. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
All right, Joyce, come to this microphone.
Good afternoon. Are you hearing me? Oh, she's hearing. Yes. You know, the first thing I want to say to you is that we're parishioners. I am a Clarendonian. And of course, the Clarendonians are going to rise to the challenge. And you're going to fix that house. And you're not going to stay in an Airbnb anymore. So I'm going to send you into my branch. So you can call in. The number that you call is 936-3800, and they can put you on to the branch. You can send an email. It is info@cwjcu.com. But yes, you do have access to the credit union and the services that we offer. So call in or send in an email, and somebody will walk you through the process as to how we can assist. And I want you to have that house in Maypen ready. Who to tell? Maybe when I come down, I can visit.
Thank you very much indeed for that question. Thank you very much, Mrs. Joyce West Johnson. Are there any other questions before we move on? All right, not hearing any. Now, the CWJ initiated a 65th anniversary theme song to commemorate this occasion. And as part of this occasion, management initiated a theme song competition among staff early this year. The song submitted was judged on creativity, connection to the 65th anniversary, audience appeal, and musicality and performance. The winning song was selected in April 2026, and the winner, who was presented with a grand prize of $250,000, is here today to perform her song. Let us welcome Miss Damanta Palmer. And she is our new rising star.
Brighter days, Lord, and savings, never stray. And we
Louis Bennett would say, clapper, clapper. If you need any backup dancers, I have a couple of board members that could volunteer to help you bring it off. Thank you very much indeed for that. And thank you very much. All right, I now invite Mr. Damary Bruce to conduct and select the prizes and gate prizes. By the way, have you all put in your cards into the box? I have mine still. So, where is it? Apparently we all didn't get the memo. Where was it? Where was the drop box? They have it already. So I guess people like myself, we got our cards late. Or is it too late? Or it's not too late? I don't even know which one going there. Only the one that says gift can go in there. Sorry, I was told that only persons with card that says gift are eligible to go into this box, right? So, I have prize and I have meal. Yes, go ahead. All right. Thank you. So I guess this is certified by the Betting, Gaming and Lottery Commission, right? So if anybody want to protest, they have to file a complaint. All right, over to you, sir. Benefits of belonging. Thank our sponsors.
Right. We should have a drum roll as well. All right, our winners are Winsome Letman. Is there a Miss Winsome in the house?
Going once. Well, people need to be inside, because we're not going to wait. We're going to call once, call twice.
We'll get in contact with Miss Winsome and she will receive her prize, right?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
For our second winner, Marianne Holmes. Is there a Miss Marianne Holmes in the house? Miss Holmes?
Okay, then.
third winner, Javari Mortelli. Is there a Javari in the house? Where are all of my members?
So they all came and left outside. So they may be outside.
Javari Mortelli. Right, and our final prize winner today will be Mr. Daniel Davison. Mr. Daniel?
So all the early bird has gone. As they're early for the football game later. All right. Thank you very much indeed, Kona, for this.
Right, now on to the second set of gifts, prizes I should say, for the first 4 staff members who registered for today's EGM. They will go home with prizes courtesy of Caribbean Assurance Brokers and CRIF. We invite a representative from CAL and CRIF to make the presentation. So the first 2 prizes are courtesy of CRIP, these lovely gift baskets, all right? And our first winner is Miss Sanika Powell. Can I get a round of applause for Miss Sanika Powell?
Thank you.
Our second winner, Miss Janelle Mortelli. There is Mortelli in the house. Give Miss Mortelli a round of applause, please. To give the last 2 prizes. So for our third winner, Miss Kadeen McIntosh. Kadeen McIntosh. All right, we have our friend collecting for her. She's online, viewing from the online platform. Manager is collecting for her. All right, and finally, last but not least, Miss Pollyann Garden. Miss Pollyann Garden. Here, manager is collecting for her again. Thank you so much for our 2 representatives. All right, now for the 3 most interactive members that are in the chat, they will walk away with a gift basket courtesy of JCIA and Heineken. We now invite the representative from JCIA to make the presentation. right here, right? Our prizes include 3 gift certificates from Kumax worth $20,000. And $20,000 generous, right? All right, and our second prize will be a day pass at Sandals Duns River. Right? Round of applause for Sandals Duns River. And the final prize from the Spin the Wheel will be a dinner for 2 at the Cardiff Hotel, right? A round of applause for the Cardiff Hotel. And another prize is a weekend for 2 at the Fisherman Resort, right? Love to see out there today. All right, so the wheel is up on the screen, right, for everyone to see. Let's step on the wheel a little bit. All right, can go ahead and spin the wheel for the first prize of $20,000 gift certificate.
Can't read it.
Give me a drum roll, please. Goes to Miss Keisha Green. And before your selfie screen, I know you're online. Yes. So she's online. We'll be contacting her for her to pick up or drop off her gift certificate. All right. And we're going to spin the wheel again for a second prize of $20,000 gift certificate, courtesy of Kumax. And our winner is Damian Samuel. All right, Mr. Samuel, congratulations. Right, now we move on to the third winner of the Spin the Wheel, which will be a dinner for 2 at the Parkland Hotel. And our winner is Mr. Dominic McIntosh. Apologies.
McNaughton.
Norton, Mr. McNaughton. So sorry, Mr. McNaughton. But you are a winner today. Round of applause for our 3 winners online. And now, for what everyone has been waiting for in here, right, the raffle box. Right, gonna ask my friend right here to shake it up for me. And turn it over to my jump over. All right. Alright, so I need my work. So remember the cards that you got? Right, that says price. Alright, we're looking for number 4, 9, 2. Remember 492? 492? You have to be here.
492.
Alright, come on up. All right, and we'll have our COO, Miss Tracy and Henry Williams, right, who will be given this prize today. Give her a moment. All right, congratulations. And your name? Maureen McIntosh? Noreen McIntosh. Congratulations, Ms. McIntosh. All right. Right. Member with a number 471. 471.
Sweet and sour fish fillet, escabeche fish fillet, brown stew fish fillet, jerk chicken, or sweet and sour fish.
Okay, very good.
Lucky winner. All right. Them don't know this in charge. All right. So can I have a volunteer from the member? Right, here's the volunteer. Shake and shake good. Shake and shake good. All right, you boss, choose some of that. Lucky number 213. Who was number 213? Alright, his third gift is courtesy of Fisherman's Point. A weekend for two at the Fisherman's Point Resort. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Again, congratulations to all our winners. And again, thank you to our wonderful sponsor, Sandals Duns River, Cardiff Hotel, Fisherman Point, CRIF Information Bureau, Kuna Caribbean Insurance, Kumax, JCIA, Jacko, Caribbean Insurance Broker, and Heineken. Thank you very much, and have yourself a wonderful afternoon, all right?
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed, and congratulations again to all the winners. So we have come to the close of the AGM, finally. Before I ask for a motion to do so, let us all say the credit union prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, which can be found on page 99 of the annual booklet. I'm going to ask that we stand, please, to do. Just give you a minute to find it for those who may not be able to recite it. Again, as we started, that's how we will end, to give thanks. Okay. All right, we'll start after 3. 1, 2, 3. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there's hatred, let me sow love. Where there's injury, pardon. Where there's doubt, faith. Where there's despair, hope. Where there's darkness, light. Where there's sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, and it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen. Thank you very much. May I have a motion to adjourn this meeting, please? Moved by Winston Green, Secretary. All in favor? Any against? Any abstention? This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. For those who travel out of town, safe travel, and we look forward to seeing you again, hopefully in another location. God bless you all. Thank you very much.